Hello, my beautiful darlings. I've just been speaking to the gorgeous, sexy, wonderful, fantastic Rod. That is my person. He's my person that helps me on YouTube. You most probably know him very well if you are a Prism member, and you speak with me and him bi-weekly on a live Q&A session. What are you talking about, say the new subscribers? What is all this about? Okay, this is a situation. I don't know if a lot of you know or not, but I live and survive and thrive as much as I can with a condition called ME and Fibromyalgia, or two conditions if you like. They're basically the same. It's the same as long COVID. There's no bleeding change or difference. I do my best to bring positivity to you and all of my esoteric knowledge through the comfort of my own home, which is so much easier for me because of my condition. The problem is that it's not a problem. Oh my God, it's so not a problem. Is now everything, TikTok here, YouTube, all my other social media channels are rising by the 1,000 every day, which I'm so grateful for, because I have literally sat in front of this screen for 11 years when the angels told me to, or forced me to, and I thought, I'm getting nowhere here. And I've told you this in a previous video. I nearly walked away from all this because it was just so tiring and nobody was listening, and I just thought, I'm not reaching the people. Perhaps I've misconstrued what all this is about. Perhaps I'll just write my books and do nothing. Oh no, it all changed from there after I had a word with the angels. So the reason I'm going on about this is because I have to limit how much I can do, because if I overdo it, I go into really bad post-exertion malaise, which means I mentally, emotionally, physically, my body switches off and it will not play. So I have to be very vigilant with my time on here. You may see sometimes I don't answer comments. It's because I've been too tired, okay? I have to honour my energy, as I won't be able to keep going. And all of you fibro warriors out there will understand this. So I spoke with Rod at length because so many people are asking, how can we literally be with you, get with you live? And I was doing lives willy-nilly, but then they ended up not being monitored. I ended up having 4 or 5 days in bed because of overdoing it. And so I agreed with Rod that we would create Prism members where members have the exclusivity to speak with me for a couple of hours, ask me questions, and I literally help them with the answers. It happens every 2 weeks, and if you want to join that membership, please do by going to my page and you'll see a join icon. Join that. It is $12.99 a month because I have to respect my time and my energy, as I could be doing something different like writing my book, but I really do want to connect with you. So if you're interested in the Prism members connection with me, to speak with me every other week, then please join and I'll see you on the next live stream. Just to show you what we do on the live stream, I feel that my gorgeous, wonderful Rod from Australia is going to tag this onto the live stream just to see what it's all about. I want to say thank you to my current members and all the new members that have arrived, and I really hope you're enjoying our evenings together when we have a little chat. So I'm going to leave you with that. I just wanted to explain it because I don't want people to think, oh, I'm doing this, I'm doing that, pay. It's not about that. It's me honouring my time, and it's my job. And I've got to pay my bills as well. So anyway, enjoy. I can't wait to speak to you all again very soon. I do look out for the star membership as well on your comments to try and answer to you first. But it's in a haze of hundreds and hundreds of messages that just hit the comments now. But please keep doing them. Just because I haven't commented doesn't mean I haven't read them. I read them every single day when I have 5 minutes, but sometimes I haven't got the energy to keep flipping back, liking or commenting. Okay, all of your comments are so appreciated. I do take them on board, and as you'll see as we go along, there's a lot of videos I do answering what you've asked for. So without further ado, enjoy the live stream.
Hello everyone. You know, it's kind of early here in Australia today. It's 6 a.m. I got up at 5:30, and today's the day that I decided that I was not going to drink coffee. So I've gone off coffee as of today. So I've just got some water with some butter in it. I'm not sure if my brain's quite kick-started yet. Anyway, welcome to all of you to, let's call it the Nicky Allen Show. It's nice to have you all here. I know there's lots of new members we're very excited about today. Happy New Year. It's the first live show that we've done for members for the new year of 2024. So welcome to everybody. I'm going to bring in, and by the way, I'm Rod. So I help Nicky with her YouTube channel and with running these live streams. Apparently she thinks I do a good job, so she's keeping me around. I'm going to bring her in now. Hello, Nicky.
Darling. I keep you around because you're gorgeous, number one. Number two, right, how can you look so amazing at 6 a.m.? Girls, are you with me? And boys, right? Number three, did you just say that you've got water with a bit of butter in? What's all
That's
that
right,
about,
yeah, hot
darling?
water with a bit of butter in, yeah. Well,
Really?
I've had an issue I've had an issue with sciatica for a while, so I've eliminated a lot of things from my diet, and one of them is coffee. And I'm just like, I've been dependent. I kind of got dependent on coffee. Like, I had 3 coffees a day, and like, I just want to put a stop to that and see if that actually helps with the sciatica as well. So it's just hot water and butter, and a whiz it with a stirrer. So
wow, I've never heard.
Today's the first day. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. I very quickly. Hello, everybody. I love you. Happy New Year. You to raise your levels, because obviously caffeine's going to give you a bit of a drop, and this is for anybody actually wants to come off caffeine. It is so bad for you. If I have caffeine now, I literally end up shaking, sweating, puking, or just on the floor. I can't have it at all. And
Wow.
there's a hormone called L-tyrosine, which is a serotonin-based type hormone, health supplement. You haven't had your caffeine, I haven't had my gin. I'm joking. And it's helping me come off. I'm coming off Cymbalta at the moment, which is a drug they give you for ME. And the doctors haven't been able to help me at all over the last 11 years since I had it, since a road accident. And then someone said to me, start taking the beads out of the capsules. But when you want to come down from anything that's addictive or your body relies on, this is an excellent health supplement to assist you coming off whatever you're coming off on. L-tyrosine. And I tell you what, my brain hasn't felt, I don't know if anybody understands this. My belt, I'm just as bad as you. My brain hasn't felt one zap. It hasn't felt anything. And I've tried 11 years to get off this stuff that the doctor gave me for apparently ME and Fibro. But that may help you as well with your coming off. And well done, you. It's not hard. It's not hard. Once you're off caffeine, you can smell it a mile off. And it's like, oh no, your body just absolutely doesn't want it and doesn't need it. So well done, you. Anywho, that'll be my session from Dr. Nicky with Rod today. Hello, my gorgeous, beautiful people. How are you all doing? The first thing I want to say to you all, because most probably you all had a massive part in this. Thank you for my win as the best paranormal book in the whole world, 2023.
Yes. And congratulations. That was amazing to see that.
Thank you so much. Thanks, Rod. I know it was down to all you guys because I saw the voting process, right? And, you see the other runners up and they only had some of them just 5 or 6. Mine was, it was massive. So thank you so much, darlings. Leave caffeine alone, Tanisha. Hey, Michelle, April, Katie, come to bed, eyes, Paula. Hello, my gorgeous girl. How are you doing? Pamela, you're all here. So
that's my wife's name, April.
Is it?
She's not spying on me. This is way too early
for her. I'm not being funny. Look, me love. I'm only joking. So, how are we all doing? I'm a bit tired today. I've been up with Teddy all night again. Just to give you a quick update, darlings, because you do send your love and support. My little fur baby Teddy, he's actually got half paralyzed larynx, they've found out. So last night he had me up coughing all night. I've had about 2 hours sleep. And you're going to say, Nicky, you don't look like that at all. You look amazing. It's amazing what light and makeup can do. So yes, I'm a bit tired. So I may be a bit word displacing today. Oh, look, I look all dishevelled. Or showing a bit of my black bra then. Oh, hello. So I may have a few word displacements as well because my darling little boy. So any new Reiki healers or remote healers out there, please send your love to Teddy's throat on the old green rays because he's still coughing. However, he's laying on the earthing mat at the moment. So hopefully he'll get he'll get less inflammation in his throat. Thank you, Paula. And thank you. Is that Hermione or Aman? I prefer it to be Hermione because Harry Potter, I'm not going to lie. But no, he's doing all right, Pamela, thanks. It's tough, isn't it? He's 16 now, bless him. The tumour's done absolutely nothing. That's just stayed where it is, which I've been working on. And now I've got to start working on his throat as well. So thank you. I know that it will work, so just keep it coming in. That would be lovely. Thank you so much. Oh, look, Katie, thank you, darling. It is tough, isn't it? When we get to that time, and my mum always used to say to me, why do you have dogs for? I've always had them. Why do you have dogs for? And she goes, you always end up having your heart broken. And it's like, it's the joy that they give you as earth angels when you're down here is worth so much more than that grief space. And then obviously if you've got the faith and knowledge to know that Rainbow Bridge, it's even better, So it's still very sad. It's still very hard. But I just pray that he makes Spain. Just to let you all know, guys, as well. You may have seen in my post, I'm going to Spain for health reasons. Darren and I and little teddy bear, he's coming and the vet reckons it will really help him. We're going to go to Spain for 3 months. We've rented a place there. We did it last year because in the winter, and ME and Fibro peeps will know that it's tough. And so I said, sod it, I'm not doing it again. It is freezing out there. I don't know if it's like 0 degrees at the moment. And it's like, it's not good for us. We live like 90-year-olds. So we are going to España for 3 months, but I'll still be working from there. So like Rod, I could be sitting in a t-shirt going, it's 6 a.m. It's really hot. I'm having a little pina colada to cool myself down.
It's about 22 degrees Celsius here. So I don't know what it is in Fahrenheit.
How do you cope with it? Do you ever? Obviously, you must be totally used to it, but do you not just think, "Oh my God, I just wish it was cold"?
Yeah, I just get around with my shirt off a lot, but yeah, just gets hot.
Hang on a minute, girls. Did you hear that? And boys, did you hear that? You walk around with your top off. Well, not being funny. I think we need to see this just to show what
else can you do?
culture in Australia's like. What else can you do? Indeed,
I've got another channel for that.
I think I need to move to Australia. I wonder if I could get over there, actually. It would save all of this because it's literally, as soon as the damp and the cold comes, Fibro it just does your head in. Anyway, let's have a look. So Eleanor, do you want to... Eleanor, that looks like a serious one to start, I think.
Yeah, and shall we just, before we'll grab Eleanor's, but just shall we clarify as far as the questions go what we're after? Because sometimes people ask questions that are more like readings and you don't do readings, so could we just clarify?
No, I can by all means do like intuition if it's something about your life, but unless a spirit person pops in, I won't be doing those because that really does drain me. There'll be separate evenings of mediumship, but to be honest with you, because we're like literally, I've got Teddy poorly. I'm not great because of the weather. We're trying to get everything ready for Spain, so I haven't arranged even a mediumship, but I'm sure I will once I get to Spain and feel normal again. So this will be, but there is intuition involved though, and I know that one of my lot, most probably Julianus, will be here. If there's anything spiritual, they normally kind of pop in as well. So it's still readings as such, but not, spirit contact. So let's have a look at yours, Eleanor. I have a question about abortion, please. If a woman makes a choice not to carry a child and bring it in, is that acceptable? If one does it at an early stage, yes. Darling, if you look at I have actually got a podcast episode. I can't remember if it's on YouTube yet, all about babies in heaven. I think it has gone out. I can't remember if you've seen it, Rod. And it's all about...
I think it's on the channel.
Yeah, it is on the channel, darling. Give it a listen. Now, oh God, I've done thousands of readings over 30 odd years I've been doing this. And the number one basic thing that I've heard from baby spirits, whether they've gone through miscarriage, born sleeping, or if it is a termination, they basically chose that in their contract. Okay. So I know that as human beings, we find it really difficult sometimes to say, I didn't agree to this. This is BS, because I've done it. I remember the first time I was told it by a medium. I'm like, don't think so, love. And the thing is that when we're down here, we think as a human without ego structure, and we think there's no way I would have agreed to me, accidentally or getting pregnant for whatever reason, and then having to make this decision. However, most probably your higher self, your infinite soul, may have chosen that way just for the human experience of it whilst you're down here. And also, the baby, this is what I hear from spirit babies, okay, and this is for all mums and dads, is that sometimes part of your soul cluster, some of the souls in your cluster family might go, I really don't want to come down again this time. I just don't want to do it. I really just want to stay up here. I want to be your guide, or I want to be your guardian angel. I don't want to do it. Okay, well, how do you want to come up? Well, how about I just, born sleeping? Or how about you have an experience of making a decision? And I know it's a really weird decision and it seems really bad now, but when you're up there, you've had 3 generations of complete euphoric existence without any human ego problems at all. And to go, that's a good idea. I didn't experience that last time. Let's do that. So this is really the big answer of why young children and babies go home early, because they just don't want to be here. And this is also, just to add to this, why there's a lot of autistic children, mostly non-verbal. You'll notice it's coming around a lot more now, because they're like, yeah, I'll come down, but I really want to be completely awake and connected with the spirit world. I don't want to, worry about the night trainers that I want. Everybody else has got a skull. I want to be in my space, but I'll be down if you want me to. But I don't want to engage or interact with other humans. So, it's always looking beyond the physical and the 3D to see what, why, and how. And so for something like that, and I've always done it with every trauma that's happened and things that are going on. Don't get me wrong, I don't understand why Teddy has to have a cough, because it's just racking through him. I'm like, oh, come on, guys. Do you know what I mean? I don't know. But that's the physical body in a physical world full of 5G, chemicals, and God knows what, isn't it, at the end of the day? But that's my answer for the babies. It's either you're honoured a soul contract with a cluster member, or you've agreed to have that experience. And for everybody here, there is an absolute, oh my God, I can't even, biggest idiot. Every single medium on TikTok knows him, right? Jesse, his first name is. And he's also an escort and a wannabe absolute dickhead, right? Sorry to say it. And he tells mums that once your baby's gone, that's it. It disappears. It's so much pain and trauma to women that have come to me and other well-esteemed mediums. I categorically assure you, no matter how young your baby is, I've asked Julianus, as soon as conception takes place and there is a molecule of energy connected to creating, oh my God, how comes that's happened? This happened last time, didn't it? I had a full battery. It's gone. There's spirit energy in a room. Let's have a look. No, it's on. Oh my, cheeky. And sorry, so as soon as conception, as soon as the first molecule gains momentum and it starts to create all the other cells, that is it. There's a silver cord that connects to that life. Okay, so it doesn't matter how old the fetus is in the body, there is a soul connection to it. And there's almost an emergency esoteric cord, which is mentioned in my book. Which one? That one, Rise and Fall. And it's a whole chapter dedicated to it. And basically, the soul is whipped back up really quick if anything goes wrong during pregnancy or just after. And they are then up there with your soul family, completely safe and well. And just as another, if you haven't read the book and you don't know about this bit, most babies come to me at toddler age, even if they were only a day old or 3 months or second trimester. The reason being is that they can then show me characteristics of their siblings or their mum or dad, so I can prove who they are to you. So if you ever dream or see a toddler, spiritually, and you think, what's all that about? It could be your baby, because they need to show they are. It's not worth showing a crumpled up little baby, is it? Because they've got all their little, they look all the same, to be fair, don't they? And they're all like really cute and gorgeous. But then if they show themselves a bit older, I can then see facial features. So I can say, oh, he's just like his brother. He's got lovely brown eyes and a dimple, and he's got dark hair. And I go, yep, that's exactly what his brother or his dad looks like, you know? So that's my answer on that. And the other thing is as well, you know, you have to leave the guilt behind. I can't imagine how difficult it is for ladies to have to go through this, particularly if the pregnancy is due from trauma. I had to deal with that a lot as a rape liaison officer when I was in the police service. And it is exceptionally traumatic. But one of the things I would like to say is lose the guilt, because they're safe and well, and they most probably are just honouring their soul contract that they did with you. Okay, so thanks for that, Eleanor. Thanks for that question. It is important, because lots of mums hold that for ages, for years. I've known that over the years when I've done readings for them. So no, they're safe and well, and most probably chose to go up at that time. Okay, lovely. Okay, Diane. Hello, Diane, my good gal. Question: trying to create own healing business. Have learned theta healing and Reiki. Good girl. Well done. And what's that? He's off doctorate on psychology of trauma, out of matrix, support self. What do you see as strongest skills? I don't know what his off doctorate means. Does anybody? Is that maybe?
I think maybe it's historically she had a doctorate in psychology, and now out of matrix is like out of, I guess, traditional job market.
Right. Diane, I can see me and you on a completely different level, though. I bring healing through my videos, through my meditations, and through these sort of sessions. Okay. However, I'm trained as a detective. I'm bereavement trained, and I've got all of those certificate stuff. Do you know what I mean? Like you have. However, I see you as me, that your theta healing and Reiki will be the natural flow from up above, if you like, from the celestial beings, the celestial layers, and the knowledge of how to deal with people that need your help will come from your psychology training. Does that make sense? So you've got your, what I call material training, and then you will use that knowledge on how to, you know, there's so many healers out there that are perhaps exceptionally good healers, but they're crap with people. You've got to be a people person. Someone has to trust you and relax enough in your energy to say, well, I'm handing myself over to you. I trust that you're going to help me. And if they walk into someone that isn't either not trained, but either is a people person or thinks, hang on a minute, you know, because you're going to use your intuition as well as what you've learned, which is a beautiful synergy. So I would say I would go down the theta healing and Reiki route. I would get angelic Reiki in there as well, because I feel you've got this real essence of understanding other frequencies and incorporate what you've trained and learned in on how to cope with, deal with people. It's like, for instance, sometimes you might have someone come in, right? And you say, oh, before I start my healing, can I just have a little chat? And then you kind of not give them a psychological kind of profile or feedback, but try and get the skills to incorporate what you can see in them before you start the session. Does that make sense? If you think, oh my God, they look like they're really depressed, say, you know, God, it's so tough times. You know, it's so tough sometimes. How are you feeling? Are you here? Do you suffer with depression? Oh, blah, 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 blah. You know, and then you can use your skills that you've learned and trained for in that implementation, and then say, right, okay, let's now do the magic. So your skills are more the channeling, and the psychology with trauma is perfect, because there's most people that are going to come to you that are dealing with some sort of trauma, no matter how big or small it is. And the biggest problem that stops us healing is our mind emotions, because all our thought processes then lead to emotions and behavior. And that's where we go wrong in life. We need to wrap that back in. So you've got both elements hitting them. It's like kinesiologists. Most of them are chiropractors. So they've got all the knowledge and the training and the doctorate of chiropractic and all the other stuff they do. But the kinesiology part of it is completely, you know, holistic. And so they're incorporating both recognized qualifications in synergy with holistic. And I just think that's beautiful. So everything you've got there is perfect. And I just need to say to you, Diane, that you need to have more confidence in yourself and start putting yourself out there as this. You know, I don't know if you think, oh God, I don't want to say that I'm a healer or I'm a Reiki healer or whatever. I don't know what it is, but I just feel like there's something. I keep seeing the Hanged Man in the tarot, and I keep feeling there's something static, or there's something stopping you. Bloody go for it, love. People need us. You know, it's like my friend Lindsay. She's the most incredible animal Reiki healer, and she's an ex-copper. That's how I know her. We spent our whole life together in the place, and I'm like, do you know what? You need to be doing. Oh no, I can't do it. I said, it's not up to you. I said, your ego is getting in the way with animals that need your skills, your natural ability. And so, you know, get your ego out of it and get going, because people want you. They need you, especially at this time where we're going through these little crises at the moment of the planet. So get on it, Diane, because you really will do well. All of it is brilliant, but I would push myself out there as a theta healer and Reiki healer, and I would honestly recommend angelic Reiki as well. It's only another attunement, and up and running you shall go, my darling, because you then got the credit of that back up with your qualifications. So good luck with that. You don't need it. You just need to get on with it now. Now, is it Amani? Amani. I love it. Amane. Love that name. Very, very exotic. How to spot and clear deep energetic patterns related to abundance that can be crippling sometimes. These past years were a little rough financially.
I like this question.
It's very good, isn't it? Okay, so what area do I need to hit first? This is where my lot come in. Right, I think the first thing you need to do is, when we talk about, because you're saying there's the past 2 years were a little rough financially, and to be honest with you, 6 months ago mine was, I had £200 left in my account, and that was it. And I just thought, you know what, I just can't be doing this anymore, right? And so I'm going to take you down my personal line, which was one. I've always been taught by my lot up there that the past is the past. It serves no good. All right. So sometimes we can get into a familiar pattern if we go back and look at what went wrong in the past. So we need to get rid of that. The first thing, if you want to do this through spiritually assisted things, this is what I did. So when I had that £200, I can't remember if it was June. So it was like May or June. I've got it. And I remember screenshotting it in my bank account, right, and saying, this is what I've got to my name. I've been working, and I literally went on the beach, and I thought, one day I'm going to show this to someone, and it's happened already. So I went on the beach. First of all, I did cutting cords with Archangel Michael. So I requested, and it is on here, right? It's on my YouTube, on my playlist. And I literally did the meditation, cutting all of the feelings of self-doubt, the feelings of disillusionment, the feelings of, you know, I would like to even pay for something and not worry about, you know, what I've paid for. It was like, really, I've worked my arse off. You know, I've dedicated 30 years to this, and now I'm even worried, you know, paying the vet's bills. It's just not good. So I decided, shut up. So first of all, soul journal, what I wanted to create, right? With Archangel Jeremiah, I reviewed what I didn't want anymore. I did not want to worry about where my next like cent, dollar, pound went, okay? And then this is before I even knew Danny Henderson, and I ended up going to Florida, right, doing the GSIT conference. So I wrote down what I wanted to get rid of, and I no longer wanted thought processes that would take me back to, I'm not good enough, I'm not earning enough money, I've had a crap 2 years, right, because I kept reflecting on that, right? So that's what I did there. Then what I did then is I then asked Jeremiah to inspire me, because he helps you review your life down here as well as up there when you go over. Then I asked him, right, what do I need to do? And then he inspires you. So it's like, carry on doing what you're doing. All the cards, all the card readings I did were, it's coming. You're going to be a lot more financially secure, so you can open out and be more available for people. You can pay a vet bill without worrying about how to pay the credit card, right? So it was all of that. So I put that in there. Then I did the cutting cords to my behavioural thought processes of my failures from before. Oh God, here we go again. Nobody wants to hear from Nicky. You know, I've been on this YouTube channel and I've got 5,000 followers. I think it was 19,000 at the time. I'm like, I'm just done. I just can't do it anymore. And so I almost, on the cutting cords with Michael, when I did the meditation, during the meditation, standing by his feet, I said, I will suffer no more and worry about material stuff. I deserve to be able to look after my dog. Thank you very much. So I need to be acknowledged and I need people to find me because my voice is being wasted, right? And I put that because if it doesn't happen, I'm not going to carry on anymore. And it was almost a bit of a threat, to be fair. Right, so I did that. Then I went down to the beach, right? And I had it out. If people see me on my local beach, right, they'll think, there's the nutter. That's the one. Because I said, I'm not being funny. I said, I've worked my ass off for 30 years for you. I honoured all of my rebirth. I honoured my 5 years in bed. And I said, and I've been on that bloody YouTube channel for like 11, 10 years or whatever it is. I said, and there's nobody's listening. Nobody. I said, if you want me to channel your knowledge, you need to get me out there. And this wasn't for ego or, oh, come on, everybody look at me. It's like, you want me to help people, to heal people and to show them how to cope down here. Nobody even knows where I am or what they're doing. You need to help me. And I was like that on the beach, having a right old go, right? So this is what I would like. I'd like to be able to pay my vet's bills and not say to them, oh, is it right if I pay half now and half next month? I said, I've worked long enough and hard enough. I did 18 years in the place, 30 years doing this. I deserve to not have to worry about being in debt. Thank you very much. I deserve to get out there and help people en masse. And I said, I really do. So I asked you bring the right people and right circumstances to me now, right? And then I believed in myself because one of the things you can create when you're, you know, and cosmic ordering is another video I've got on here, is that you create this I deserve, because sometimes we get into this, especially when people go, oh, you shouldn't charge at the medium. What a load of old pants. At the end of the day, we have to pay our bills. You don't say that to an artist or a footballer, do you? That's what the skeptics say. Oh, you take money from people. No, I don't. Absolutely not. I just doing what I'm doing here. And yes, if people want to read them from me when I was doing them, then yes, there'd be a mutual exchange of energy. And so you've got to believe in money. Amen. You've got to believe that you deserve more as well, because sometimes we can be so humble as spiritual people. I hate money. I hate taking it. I just can't stand it. If I could do this and not have to pay my bills, I'd bloody love it. But we've all got to pay our bills, haven't we? That's the problem. And so I got past that ego part and I thought, no, I actually do deserve to be able to say, I'm paying for this for Teddy. And like even recently, I've said, right, I'm going to buy Manuka honey. That's not cheap. I wouldn't have been able to afford that. That would have been my 200 quid gone on top of the throat gold I've got and all the other holistic stuff. I'm like, you know, I deserve this to help my baby. And so that's the energy you need to be. Not arrogant. It's not about greed. It's not about wanting a big mansion. It's about I deserve to be able to cover my expenses because I've worked so hard and I've been diligent and I'm a good-hearted person that's doing this for the greater good. Right. And that's how I stood. Within a month, I met Danny Henderson, then Jeff Mara, and then Alex Ferrari, and boom, you know. So now it's like, good, I can afford my vet's bills and I can go and get shopping and not worried because I want an extra pack of chocolate biscuits. You know, and that's the mindset you need to be in, darling. Okay. Cut the past. And this is a message for all of you. We're at the beginning of the year now where you can make this year count. I know that we've got all of this, you know, there's loads of it everywhere on the internet about, oh God, there's a crisis on the planet and this is happening, that's happening. Yeah, that's fine. It doesn't matter. Right. But the whole point is that we can still ride through the storm feeling good about ourselves. Okay. You feed my soul. You lot feed my soul. And I swear to you, right, and this is just for our group, that I was ready to walk in June because I just thought I'm not getting anywhere. And it was, please, you must know me. It was not about ego. I just thought I'm done now. I'm working so hard. I am literally, my energy is just depleting. I can't do this anymore. And then Rod turns up. out of nowhere, I know that I need to help you. Then I've had someone turn up, or and I'm like, oh my God. And this is all because I decided to say I deserve the right people to come to me to get out there. And Rod has been incredible. Look, he's up at 6 a.m. in the morning to assist me doing this. You can all do this. It's not just because of who I am, because I've been open to this since I'm born. Do it for yourselves. Write in the soul journals. Do it with Jeremiah. Cut the cords of what your belief systems are around your financial state, your career, your personal lives, your relationships. Change all that. Change the script of your life and say, actually, this isn't great. I'm going to change this because that has worked for me. And again, I know everybody always asks, well, how comes you're not fitting well? I have got no clue why I can't get rid of this. I've done everything you could possibly imagine. Perhaps it's part of my journey that I decided to have this so I can assist and help people with chronic illness. I don't know. All I do know is, though, it doesn't get in the way of me reaching you now. And every day when I look at all the comments of love and support, when I look at our tribe ticking up and getting higher and higher, I just thank you. And I swear to you, I'll show you it. Oh my God, I hope I haven't deleted it. I actually did say, I'm going to screenshot my bank account and then I'm going to show people that I can now afford a vet bill. It was that stupid. 200 quid left. What? Do you know what I mean? And as I say, it's not greed. It's you feeling you deserve to have a life without struggling financially. And that's all I want. I don't want millions. I don't want thousands. I've scrimped and saved every single penny to go to Spain. It wasn't expensive. It's actually cheaper to live out there than it is here. And, I just know things are going to change now. I'm not having this. No. And it wasn't, oh, look, I only want a few more pounds, please, because I'm spiritual. It wasn't that. It was, no, I want to be able to pay for a vet bill and I want to be able to afford to go to Spain because, the tolls. See, anybody in Spain, the tolls are going to cost a bleeding fortune driving down. Luckily, he loves to go in the van. So he's all got his harnesses and he loves going for a drive. So he's not going to stress him out. But I thought I deserve to go to a warmer climate if I'm not very well, and I couldn't afford it. So we were almost at the stage of me saying, we can't do this. We can't go to Spain. We've put a deposit down for this place, and I'm not going to be able to afford to go. So change your script, change your self-beliefs, and it doesn't matter how impossible it is. Just remember my story. I was homeless. I had not a pot to piss in. I had absolutely nothing. And now I'm in a house that I ordered with a roof over my head. Okay. Don't limit your possibilities and what you feel you deserve, right? You deserve everything, all of you. So just start working it. And don't get me wrong, I've done this loads of times before because I used to watch, people like Joe Dispenza and Basher and people like that, order your future. And I used to try it, but I kind of look back now and I think I was still didn't think I deserved it enough, and through literally just diligence and really believing it. And when I saw that and thought £200, no, hang on a minute, that's not right. That's when I went and did what I did. So try what I've done, guys, and let me know how you get on. And don't hope, expect your life to change with whatever you now want from it. Okay? Okay. Oh, hello, Anne. We were talking about you. Darren's just walked in and fallen asleep and he's snoring. Did you hear that? Right. Don't walk into my office and start snoring. I've just thrown a pin at you.
Really interesting.
Bloody rude. What are you doing in here? Go and sit with Teddy. What's that? What is that in that box?
That's new item.
Hang on a minute, Anne. We were talking about you last night, Anne, and I was saying about how your dog looks like Teddy. We were actually sitting, watching the TV in our TV bed, and I said, oh, Anne, she's lovely, she is, because you just said, I've got a message from Anne, and we were talking about your dog. And, what have you got there? Is this a new delivery? Hang on a minute, we've got an exclusive, guys. How many, Anne? I'll answer that.
So we've got a citrine lamp. So here we go.
Oh, my God, can I have that?
Hi everyone. So yeah, we've got nice
Oh,
some
look at
nice
that.
stones around on the inside.
Oh my God, it's really heavy.
Yeah, it's heavy.
Oh my God,
It's
how
rough-
did you know
rough
how to
stone.
get citrine? How many did you get of them? How do I not know about these?
Okay, so I've got.
It's not telling me. Right, that. Shall I tell you what this is? Quickly, because we can do this on Fifth Dimension.
Okay.
Right, you know what citrine is? This is best for, I have nerve damage, painful elbow. These citrine, how'd you turn it on?
There's a switch there on the lead.
Darren, you didn't show me these, you sneaky little. Don't come in here, drop boxes and start snoring.
Oh,
You can't sit very well. Oh my God.
Oh,
So
look
what
at
that
that.
is
Attica as well, right?
this is a citrine. Yeah, he's got a Satka as well. This is a citrine infused light and color lamp. Okay. So what it does is you've got all of these clusters of, I don't know if you can see it clearly. They're all raw citrine placed into a ring of light. And this then gives off the energy of the crystal. And citrine is the best energy booster for ME and fibromyalgia. It's literally like a sunstone. It vibrates with your solar plexus. It's for motivation, ambition. Oh my God! Was you here? Did you come in when I was just talking about ambition and motivation for the financial?
Yes.
That's it. You sneak. So look. And what other ones have you got?
I've got amethyst.
Oh my God, I can hear it. You've got amethyst.
And also.
I'm so nicking it all.
Celestite.
Celestite. Well, the blue one.
Yeah.
Angel stone. Oh, shut the front door. And you're not selling any of it. Anyway, I thought I'd be like, look.
You can't have
So
all
they're
that.
coming as well. Oh my God, citrine. It's a sunstone, you know that. Solar plexus stone. Energy, vibrancy,
I knew that.
ambition, motivation, cleansing. That is one of the best ones for chronic fatigue.
That's lovely.
Did you know that was for chronic fatigue for us? I'm going to have it.
No.
I am, because it's for ME and Fibro. Sorry, Darren.
You haven't got.
You shit out. No, you shouldn't have snored, because you would have made me realise you were sitting there. I didn't see you. Didn't see the boxes. So I'm having
You
it.
haven't got enough shelves to put
I
everything.
have. I'll put it somewhere. Sorry about that. Exclusive. I don't know how many he's got of them. You need rose quartz as well.
Yeah.
Needs rose quartz. Can you imagine rose quartz just giving out that love
Yeah.
energy, filtering all the negative? Oh my God. Have you ever seen those before?
I've never seen one before.
Shiny,
That's great.
shiny, Nicky. Isn't it beautiful? Oh my good God. Right, I'm going to push that there and see what happens with that. In fact, be a bit careful with that. That is so powerful that me mucking about doing that has made my third eye and me go a bit heady. That's how strong they are. It's light and colour. Loving that. Right, sorry. Sparkly, and I'm away. I'm a magpie. Okay, Anne, darling, I have a nerve damage, painful elbow due to whacking it wicked up. Oh my God, confirmed not broken. Do over-the-counter painkillers affect my ability to meditate as I'm easily distracted? Well, that's a really good question. To be honest with you, if you have a glass of wine, it'll be bloody brilliant. Wine and painkillers equals an excellent medium. I've done that before many times when I was young, very, very drunk, but the best medium I've ever been. It depends what painkillers they are, obviously. And I don't know if you've ever heard of Nutmed. Darren, would you mind getting a bottle of Nutmed, please? Nutmed, please. Yeah, I think it's on the bedside cabinet. Right, okay, darlings. Now, if any of you get any muscle aches, joint pains, or any problems, I remember going to Grenada, and this is the naughty bit, right? When I was over in Grenada visiting my friends, I think it's in my book, actually, me, myself, and I. Thank you, darling.
Nice modelling.
Thank you, Doris. Thanks, Doris. Now pop off and make a cup of tea. Right, so this stuff, oh, can you see it okay? Nutmed spray, right? In the markets at Grenada, this is about £2, but if you want it imported from the island, it ends up like 15, 20. Some people are taking the mickey, 40 quid a bottle, which is really taking the mickey. However, if you just put Nutmed into your Google and then put order from Grenada, you can go direct to the factory, and this works out £11 a bottle. Now, this is natural nutmeg with camphor. and eucalyptus. It is the best pain reliever. I order it by huge bags. It is such a good pain reliever, completely natural. Okay, so that's just an aside for people that deal with chronic pain. That to me, as soon as I put it on, it's heavenly, because the nutmeg brings a bit of heat, but then you've got the camphor and the eucalyptus, and it, oh my god, I think it's peppermint or something. It's all natural from their trees and everything there. So I recommend that. Now, it depends what ones you're on. If you're talking tramadol or codeine or something that could make you feel drowsy, potentially it could. It depends how sensitive you are to the painkillers, okay? To me, personally, they help me because they rest my mind and make me feel sleepy for meditation. But then you don't want to go too far and end up sleeping and snoring. I can't believe you just did that. That was Mia. Do you remember when Mia used to do it? If you've been that far back with me. So it depends on how they affect you. Really, meditation is best to be done relaxed, but not with anything artificial, creating that mindset like alcohol, a lot of food, because you end up just in. So see how sensitive you are to it, Anne. But by all means, if you're in pain, please take them. Try that Nutmed, try any holistic stuff that's going to help you as well. And then just perhaps do more guided meditations. Listen, you think I was naturally able to just do that, but sometimes my head is so busy thinking what I've got to do next, that I actually did one of my own. It sounds really wrong, doesn't it? It's like, I suppose it's like Arnold Schwarzenegger watching himself on telly. Do you know what I mean? I listen to my own ones because I love Pura Rasa. Oh my God, her voice and music on here on YouTube is just beautiful. So I would recommend that anybody that can't switch off, try a guided meditation. But as I say, I listen to my own. I just plug mine in because I know how long they'll be, and I just listen to my own voice. Oh my God, I've got something else to tell you as well. Oh, I've got something else to tell you. Yes. Exclusive for you as well, guys. I'm loving this membership thing because you're getting all of the first dibs. I will say it on the email subscription as well, on the newsletter, but I'm going to share it all with you first because you deserve it. The other thing is as well is that, so try the guided meditations. If you fall asleep, it doesn't matter, all right? Because your subconscious and your soul can still hear what's being brought to you. And remember what I said last time, sound frequency is going to be bloody huge. And I know that Juliana said in challenge session, the Schumann resonance is now changing some of its frequency to literally charge and make crystals more powerful for us, okay? So sound frequency. So what I've just done is, again, another person that the universe has brought me. I've had someone that's been brought to me who's even an ex-copper, I think I told you, who's doing my website, my new website. So that'll be up and running. And Darren's, that's what I'm waiting for, the fifth dimension stuff. Right. And then he said, I said, oh my God. I said, what's that music you're playing? It accidentally started playing on his computer when he was here for a meeting. And he goes, oh, it's my friend Neil. He goes, you must know Neil. I went, no. He goes, you don't know Neil? He's like a musician on the moors. His music is absolutely incredible. I went, that sounds really professional. Neil, right? He doesn't know how to play music. He's never taught, he doesn't know a music note if you tried. He's just got no clue, right? Doesn't know how to read music at all. He just literally sits in the moment, looks out over the moors because he lives on the moors in Dartmoor, right? And he just channels whatever energy it is and plays music and creates music. He's called Neil H Music. Do not go on the YouTube channel Neil H Music because that is a fraud. Literally, it's going through the legal issues at the moment, but some fake asshole is using his music unlawfully. So that's all going through legal things at the moment. If you go to his website, Neil H Official, have a listen to his music, right? So I said, I want in on that. So I spoke to him. He's the most humble, most spiritual person you've ever met in your life. He just literally lives in the land and plays his music and creates this incredible meditation music, right? Oh, Ron, oh my God, he's not only gorgeous, he's so clever. That's him. That's it. God, Rod, you're so
Oh,
good.
that's
I
been
love
really good.
you. I've got to come out there and see you at some point, right?
You're welcome
So
anytime.
I phoned him up and I said, look, oh, my voice is changing. No. Stop doing that. Right. So I phoned him up and said, look, I've just discovered, like, you know, a lot of flashbacks. As some of you all know from the GC conference, I was reawakened with my Atlantean previous life, right? And all the flashbacks come back. Elena Danan was like, don't worry, just let it come. She's got such a beautiful voice and she just let it come, let it flow. You're waking up, blah, 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 blah. And so I said, can you do an Atlantis? I want to do ancient Atlantis guided meditation. I said, however, this is the cruncher. I said, I want to put in a 432? I said, I've been told by my lot when I was in meditation that it needs to be in this frequency. He went, that's no problem. I went, are you joking me? He goes, I can do whatever frequency you want. Right. So this frequency is for pain relief and everybody else, pain relief, stress relief, and it works with the molecules. It's a bit like a 5 to 8 frequency, but it's on a 4 something frequency. I can't remember the number. How terrible am I? He's created it. It's absolutely bloody magical. But I'm not putting it out there yet until another person, Trish James, will all be on my new website as affiliates. Right, she is the most gifted graphic designer and artist floated my way. And she's just done my new cover for my new book, Earthwalkers. It is out of this world, the cover, right? And so I said, look, I can't do this justice on Canva. So I said, would you mind creating a graphic logo to give Neil justice on this ancient Atlantis meditation, please? Because this is so special. So I'm just waiting for her to do that. And then it will go on the new website. So look out for that. Because it's not only a guided meditation. He's put it in a frequency that sends out the binaural beats for repair, pain relief, anti-inflammatory, and all that kind of stuff. Mind-blowing. So he's my new music composer that I'm going to be using for the more prominent special meditations. I'll still do my other ones, but it takes him 3 or 4 days to actually, and he just sits there. You want to hear it? Oh my God. I just wish I can't do it because I'm on the computer. I could have played you some, but I might muck it up. Incredible. So the website, I see there's a question mark website. It's Neil H. And when you speak to him, or if you want any of his music, please say that Nicky Allen recommended you. Okay,
it's there in the banner.
I would help him, but he is. Just listen to some of his music, and he hasn't got a clue. If you said to him, "Oh, what minor is it?" and he goes, "I don't know, I haven't got a clue." He can't. Oh, just so good.
Oh, that gives me chills.
I know. You know why? Because
Wow.
most of his music, he just senses what binaural wave to put in there, sound frequency. So all of his music has got specific sound frequencies in it. Because did you know, girls and guys, that he basically said that there is a frequency in adverts and music that makes you want to buy. He said it's called a commercial frequency. I went, you're kidding me. He said, no, in adverts and things you see on the telly, there is a sound frequency that makes you go, I want that. I'm not honestly, but he just creates it. And so I said, there wasn't even a replay. I said, listen, I want magic. We're going to be going down to Atlantis. And then this person, Anak, who said, I'm Anak to me. I'm like, okay, do you want me to put in meditation? Yes, please. I will be guiding people and we'll be showing you technology. We'll be helping you on this completely different thing. So I'm like, oh my God. And the music, just wait to hear it. But go and if you want to email him, just say Nicky Allen sent his way. But I will be creating an affiliate link with him, and all of the future music that I do with him, it will obviously have his details on there, because he needs some credit. And again, do you know what he was going to do? Right, and again, this is between me and you guys, right? I think he was going to start working at Sainsbury's. Because again, he's so humble. He's like, oh no, this is all spirit led. And I went, no, sometimes you've got to wake him up and say, hang on a minute, We're on a material level. Oh, you come back in here again. We're on a material level. You deserve more, Neil, and I'm going to really help you. So what's happened is inadvertently is, and this is how the beauty of abundance works, is that I've not only asked people to be brought to me to assist me, I'm now going to assist them. So I'm going to assist him because he so deserves to be acknowledged for his magnificent natural ability to create music when he wouldn't even know a music note if he knew it. So go and have a look, guys. And I cannot wait. Literally, I spoke to Fred today, who's doing the website, and he's literally he's putting the shop stuff up now for me. So hopefully it should be in a week or 2 weeks' time. Also, another exclusive one for you. Sorry, I can't help it. Another exclusive one for you. So I'm changing the book cover for Rise and Fall because I find it's quite dull and I feel like it needs a bit more vibrancy in it. I think in the energy that I'd sent it out, I felt like I was still in the fall, and I don't feel like that anymore, and it just doesn't resonate with me anymore. Right, so I'm thinking it. Then this bloke from New York emails me and says, "Oh, I'm a graphic designer. I'm spiritually awake. I've been watching you on all of your YouTube channels. I really want to assist you." He said, "You did mention something about your book cover. Would you like me to change it for you?" It looks magnificent. Again, I can't show you.
I can show them if you want, Nikki. Do you want me to show the members? Because
Yeah, got what the new one. Do you know your option one? It'll be
to show
God, you're just so clever. So it's option one, but the font's going to be changed because the font's a bit too blocky. So it's the font from the bottom image.
Right,
but there it is. It's the top one. So it's the top image. Oh my God, Rod, you're so clever. Do you like it, guys? And then it's the bottom font. So he gave me 3 different versions, which I love them all because that is my old poster. That middle one was my old poster that I used to go out on all the big billboards when I was doing national tours. Look at my chin. Oh my God, look how thin I was. That's when I was single, loves. Why are we all so thin when we're single? You're welcome. Katie? Oh no, you don't have to pay, darling. Please don't. Thank you so much. Is that what that orange means? I didn't know. Thank you. You really don't have to, though, darling. You really don't have to, but thank you. So what are you thinking, guys?
Oh.
We love the middle one.
Thank you.
Oh, Mary, I'll send you another one out. Send me a doodle and I'll send you one out, Mary. Send me your details, and because I would have forgotten, and I'll send you another one out with a new cover. Do you like it, guys? Oh my God, are you all going to say the middle one now? I literally sent it out to everybody I know and said, "What do you think?" And
I like the first one.
I think the first one. The reason being is I still wanted to reflect a bit of black and white because that was what was going on during that book, and it's like a faded memory. He also instigated the moon and star to show rise and fall, sunrise, and obviously the moon. And I just love it. And I think it's so much better than the original because the idiot, I went to Fiverr because I couldn't afford to do the cover. So I went to Fiverr, went to this man. And if you actually look on my cover, the writing and the title is out of sync. It's not the font I wanted. And I got so upset in the end. I just went, whatever, it's going to go out like it is. It's all been wrongly inputted inside, but it doesn't matter. At the end of the day, it's me and it's real. But the cover, I just wanted to change. And this beautiful man, Cole Harkness, has changed it. I'd like the colour of it. Yeah, the first one is stronger. Eye contact with the viewer. That's what I thought, Pamela. Right, when is the book tour coming to US and Canada? I definitely want to help out the arrangements when the time is right. Sharat, you're absolutely, thank you so much. Again, it's down to my health. So this is why I'm going to Spain to try and see if what it will do. It happened in Florida. Florida was completely normal, no pain, absolutely brilliant. So perhaps I should move somewhere hot. So I'm going to move in with Rod, exclusive news. His wife said she doesn't mind. Yeah, the side eye is good, Sandy. I must reuse that in another book because I've got Earthwalkers coming up. I've also got What Happens When We Die. There's loads of different ones. There will be an audio version of Earthwalkers, Nancy. Again, I'll have to read it all out unless I can find someone who's a professional reader. How much do they charge? Does anybody know? Is it stupid money? Do you know, Rod? But do you know
I
when you
have,
have the Audible version done?
I have no idea. I've had somebody who's just done the audio for their own book, and then they get somebody to clean it up. So if you have the time, I think that's better for me as a book reader. I'd like to hear the voice of the original author, unless they've got a really terrible voice. But I think in your case, I think it would be great if you could do
Well,
the
if I
audio
did
for
my
your book. Yeah.
meditation voice, but this one, The Earthwalkers, is fiction, isn't it? So there's all characters.
Oh
You
yeah.
wait, girls and boys, you're going to so fall in love with Nate. And do you know who I think is going to be Archangel? Have you got the Archangel? Give him a quick sniff of the. Have you got the Archangel? The Earthwalkers. It's under Trish or Imaginary. Have you got that one?
Yeah. So that one that.
Holding the
Yes,
World.
I'll find it. I had it.
Right. So I basically said to her, and that's Trish James. She's incredible. Another person again that I want to put on the map. And I just said, I want Archangel Ariel holding the world, right? And do you know who I want Archangel Ariel to be? Because I'm no, it's not that one. That's the old one. No. It's a woman with a green robe on with red hair.
Was it in that thread?
It's in I'll find it and show you it another time if we can't find it. It is incredible.
Yeah,
I've got it on my phone. I could ask Darren again. It's packaging stuff. It's getting orders before the website even goes out, bless him. So yeah, do you know the lady with the red hair in Poldark? Do any of you, I know that perhaps you won't know this in America, but there's people from the UK. Do you know Poldark, the woman with the red hair? She's absolutely stunning. She would be my Archangel Ariel in the film. I'm telling you, I want her as my Archangel Ariel. But I don't know if it's in the thread there, Rod. I should send it to you.
Yeah, I don't think I read through all of them. I don't think I actually got that one. Only that first image of the Earthwalkers.
Oh, Arnie, thank you, darling. Wow, network of graphic designers. There's another one. And Maine, I don't want to say your name wrong. Is it a Maine? So if you ever need something from this angle, also marketing and advertising, yeah. Oh, God, and man, thank you so much. I really appreciate that. Perhaps drop me an email so I've got your details and that I can come to you if I need any help. I so appreciate it. And obviously I will pay £2. I'm joking. Mutual exchange of energy. Mary, the angel course. Right, what's happened is you are impatient. And Julius would say, Mary, TikTok time. No. Now, what happened was before Christmas, I started session 1, finished session 1. On session 2, then Teddy started becoming quite ill. On top of that, I then went into relapse. I don't know if you know all this. Darren was then... This is what the fifth dimension's all about, guys. It's not about, let's get a shop open. Darren has had to come away from his business after 27 years in the garage, and it's really upset him. And we had big talks. I said, look, you need to come and do this now, because he's also been diagnosed with polymyalgia as well. He had cancer a couple of years ago, and I said, enough's enough. I've been telling him for 2 years, health is more important than anything. So now he's in the warm, and he's so excited and happy, and he feels so secure because you have welcomed him in and you're showing interest in the stuff. Okay. And so I want to thank you for that. So that's happened, trying to assist him on getting all that done and get him up and running. And we've been both in relapses. Our Christmas was pretty pants, to be honest with you. I spent most of it in bed. And so Teddy's been really poorly, so I'm not sleeping at night because he's up coughing all night. I've just given him some cannabis oil that I got from a dog cannabis place, and so he's quiet now. And so that is why there's been a delay in the angel course, darling. I'm so sorry. I did want to incorporate videos into it. I don't know how it's going to create itself, but again, this is why I'm going to Spain, because I feel like I'll have more energy, I'll have less pain, and then I can get on it. I haven't even touched my editorial notes yet from Denver for Earthwalkers. I haven't even had a chance to do it. Because the other thing, and this is what someone could help me with as well, this is where you might come in, Amain, is that Iman. Oh, it's Iman. Yes, it is. Iman with a silent E. Iman. Okay, darling. The other thing is as well is that I am spending at least 3 hours a day replying to comments. And that is another problem. It's not a problem because I love hearing and connecting with people, but it's using my energy and my time up again. And I don't know how to deal with that, because I do not want you to think that I don't see your comments. I don't want you to think, oh, she's only put love, because I'm trying to get through them all. But the more people we get, the less manageable that's going to be able to come. So I don't know how we're going to overcome that one. So that, on top of personal stuff, plus we're also trying to get ready to go for 3 months, has stopped me doing what I need to do creatively. So I'll try and get the angel course out as soon as possible, but it's just me on my own on the creative side of it. And so again, may need to find delegation to assist me. I don't know what else to do. I've got Lorraine in, obviously we've got lovely Rod, I've got loads of beautiful people around me helping me. I just need some time to get out what I need to get out, which is the angel course and Earthwalkers. You know, it was supposed to go out for Christmas, that didn't happen. So I'm aiming for it because what I don't want to do as well is, because I'm in Spain, I won't be able to send it out, a signed copy. So I've decided quite reluctantly and practically that Earthwalkers will come out, because it'll give me enough time to do the editorial notes in Spain, as well as the angel course. And then I'm going to publish it when I get back at the end of April, so that I can then send you signed copies out, because people love signed copies. And that's another thing. If anybody does want any signed copies, or you're planning to give one for someone for a gift, they won't be available from the 23rd of January till the 27th of April, because that's when I'll be away. So I won't be able to send any more out, just to let you know. Okay, so I hope that's answered your question.
Nicky, I just need to hit the reset on you for a second. There's two things. So one is, a few people have asked about whether this live stream will be available to rewatch, and the answer is yes. If you're a member and you stay a member, you'll always be able to replay these live streams at any time in the future. And I've been capturing the questions, so I want to make sure that members don't feel like they're getting somebody's jumping ahead. So that's why I've popped up that one from Helen. Hers was the next in order.
Again,
so we've done the book stuff. If we could come back, that'd be good.
Yeah, Helen, just to let you know, again, I've dedicated a whole chapter to this in Rise and Fall. Oh my God, Rise and Fall. There is absolutely no difference. There's lots of different cultures that and religions that say that it's a sin and that they end up in purgatory. Absolute load of old crap. Okay, I've brought thousands of suicide people over. What happens is they go up, they have extra healing. Some of them, if they've been a lot of them obviously have got really deep-seated mental health issues. Perhaps they've been exposed to a lot of trauma. And so I've seen them be taken to the Seraphim. And if you've seen my stuff before, you'll know the Seraphim heal very traumatized souls. They bring all the people up from natural disasters and wars, and they heal them in the celestial gardens. So I've seen a number of suicide people go over there to have that healing. They're then taken to their reality layer. There's just one little problem, which I'll tell you about in a minute. They end up feeling free. Some of them say, shouldn't have really done that. But however, it's obviously part of my journey, and I'm really happy to be here now, free of my human ego systems, my fears, my doubts, my mental health. Most of them know, the ones that really want to do it, there's relief and they're so happy to be there. It obviously isn't that. My ex-brother-in-law did it. It was horrific for us as humans to go through, especially if it's a child of yours that does it. But believe me, they're as safe as anybody else that's gone over. There's only one problem I've had, not just one person, but the problem I've had in some house clearances over the years has been one particularly. My God, he absolutely created hell in this house. They fear being judged by God because they come from a religious family. Or they feel that because their human essence, their ego structure is so strong, they feel they don't deserve to go to heaven. So they ground themselves. And a brilliant example of this, I'm sure it's in my book, where I went to a house in Hornchurch when I was living in Essex. She said, our house is horrific. And oh my God, it was like walking into a fridge. I just wanted to get out. It was horrific. Went upstairs and I said, right, you make a cup of tea, love. That's what I always do when I do a house clearance. I always get people to make a cup of tea so they relax while they're doing it. I can connect with them, connect with the house and see where the problem is. I knew where it was, went straight upstairs, went into the boys' room. Oh my God, the kids' room. It was absolutely horrific. My spine started pulling. I felt sick. It was freezing cold. And I knew there was a vortex here in the corner. The kids were, and then I come downstairs and said, oh, that room isn't very pleasant. She goes, oh, you've sensed that then. The kids won't sleep in there. I'm like, Christ, okay. Straight away, you think, baddie, but I just didn't feel that. So I said to her, look, I'll take my cup of tea. You stay down there and I'll find out what's going on. Go upstairs. And then I heard the name of my thing that my mum married, who was our abuser. And incredibly, the first and second name of him was the first and second name of this bloke. And then I saw some legs swinging from a loft hatch. And then it went, and I thought, well, that don't feel right, because it didn't happen in this house. Long story short, it was the uncle. So I went downstairs. I said, do you know the name? I'm going to make it up. John Smith. And she went, oh my God, that's my brother. And I said, darling, did he take himself out? She went, oh my God, yeah, he did 3 months ago. He did it at his house. I went, it's here, darling. It's him. She goes, he would never do that. And I said, no. And what happens is that their guilt, their shame, their hate, their anger still stays in their residual energy. So when they enter into the ether, that's what energy they create. So all we feel is badness, nastiness, guilt, anger, pain. But all he thinks he's doing is looking after the kids, because he felt so guilty he didn't look after them on the earth plane because he had so many difficulties. He's like, the first thing I need to do is look after those boys. I need to show them that I'm the best uncle they've ever had. But he hadn't healed yet and he hadn't gone up. So it took a long time, and he went back up home. He said, oh my God, I'm such a mess. I've even, upset them. I said, look, trust me, Steve. Oh, he's come out, Steve. I said, trust me, Steve, go back up. And I said, go and see your mum. So I said, go and get healed. And I said, I kid you not, you'll come down here so much easier and you will bring light and beauty and comfort like you've never believed you would. I said, you're still stuck with your human energy, mate. I said, get up there, get your ass out of this house and get up there. And he did. And literally, she said, what have you done? She said, it's like you've just thrown a torch through the whole house. I said, he's just gone up. I said, he'll be back down. And I said, but he'll be turning the telly on and he'll be healed and he'll be bright and he'll be light and he won't have any more of this stuff that was going on with himself. And it happened. And that's how it took place. So that gives you all aspects of people that choose to take themselves home, darling. And I hope that makes sense for you. And I've actually answered what you needed to know. Traveling light. If we have a friend that is in ICU and in life support, can we ask their guides to see if they want to come back? Oh, good. Yeah, do what you want. So my friend, my darling friend, Debbie, who I've known from school since I was 11 years old. My God, she was, I think it was 32, no age at all, just dropped down like a sack of spuds. And within hours, they said, you better come in. She's dying. I'm like, what the fluff? So I've gone hacking it to the hospital. She's in an induced coma on the life in ICU, and they're basically saying her brain's swelling, she's not going to make the night. So the whole family are there, and I thought, I don't fluffing think so. So I put an amethyst, this huge amethyst band around her arm, and I sat the whole night holding her head, saying, you're not going to swell, you're not going to swell. And I said to her guides, look, is this her soul contract that she goes now? Because she had like a 2-year-old baby. Right. And so they said, no, they said, no. So I said, right. So help me heal her then. Jesus, where are you? So they got Archangel Raphael in, and I just literally pumped green energy into her head for the whole night. And in the morning, she started doing this, and it was irritating her, the amethyst bracelet. She threw that off and woke up. And the doctors were like, so the lesson from me was I just helped speed up the healing by my intention to say, well, hang on a minute. They're all saying she's going up. If she's not going up, can you bring her around, please? And so, that happened. It may have been that they said, yep, it's her time to go. You just don't know. And so basically you speak to whoever you need to, right? And speak to the person that's in ICU. Again, in this book, I talk about people in comas and who've got dementia. Their soul hears everything you say, everything. So talk to them, say to them, oi, you, if you're not going up, tell your guide to help you come back down. What you need to do to get yourself back in your physical body. All right, stop mucking about now. Do it. Just do it. Trust me, it works. If it's their time to go, that's fine. But at least if they're saying, oh, they're going downhill, look at Dr. Ibn Alexander. Google him, have a look on YouTube, Ibn Alexander. I won't go into it now, but it's an incredible story. Even if they're brain dead, whatever it is, don't accept it if you feel that you know they're going to make it, or if you know that they're going to pass, then say, right, can I now ask, it's going to be Archangel Azrael, come down and just be with him. Can I just ask your guide to go and grab everybody that's going to make you feel good from the spirit world, surround them, and just talk to them? Okay. And yes, it is horrific as a human. We have to go through this. It's exactly, I know this, I'm not even comparing this to your lovely friend traveling light, but with Mia, I knew, I woke up and I knew it was a time to go home that day. I knew it. And so I took her there. And so Kate, who's the most magnificent vet ever, if there's anybody here in the Bay that's online tonight, Kate from Dark Vale, she emails me, she phones me, she's incredible. And so she goes, what's happened? I said, she's going home, Kate. I said, she's going home. And she went, no, hang on a minute. I said, no, she's going home. So we went into the room and she saw that her heart and lungs were filling up. She was, and I went, I know. So I said, and I just literally invoked Archangel Azrael. I invoked every single dog I've ever had. I invoked my nan, my dad, my granddads. I said, you all be down here. I want Mina down here now. And I literally stood there and Kate just she knows what I do. Just let me do it all. And I basically took that room over with everything that I had in me and invoked everybody I could. And do you know what? It got me through. It's the biggest fear of my life that I would have to make that decision for one of my fur babies. They've all been taken from me before. And this was one of my biggest fears. And I got through it with so much strength and so much comfort, knowing that all of these energies were in the room. And even if you can't feel them, everybody, it doesn't matter. Know they are there. And so I was so busy making it all comfortable for a transition, the actual feeling of knowing that she was going to be going with one little injection, that didn't even come into it. And it wasn't until later on it hit me. And then, as you've seen in previous videos, within 2 days, we got all the synchronicities from her, which were mind-blowing synchronicities to say she was home. And that's what I said to her just before she went. I said, just let me know, baby girl, that you're home. And when you're home and safe and well, bring me those signs. And she did. And that's how my family deal with passings. We did it with my mum. So as soon as I got there, she was still warm. I was like, you silly cow, why didn't you wait for me? And just before Christmas, the clock stopped, and it shouldn't have because it had a full battery. It was the time she passed, and then a bottle of wine was placed in the middle of the kitchen. I heard it go at 4:25. And then my sister-in-law said, we heard someone downstairs at 4:25. You must have seen the video. And so that's how you concentrate on these horrific things we have to go through as a human. So if they're in ICU, coma, Alzheimer's, dementia, whatever it is, go beyond that and just invoke every higher power you can, because it really does get you through. Tanisha, a lovely, beautiful night. Tanisha Vega. Oh, I want that name. That's amazing. What affects your abilities? I feel like mine have paused or something. And why do mediums say not to drink alcohol for reading? Oh my God. So I'm not even going to lie. I have how many drunk readings I've done. And when my brother used to drink, it's a nightmare, because you literally are brilliant. She's got no inhibitions. Because even now, if I ever do a reading or I pick something up, I'm always scared I'm going to get it wrong. Even now, my ego gets in the way and I doubt things. And they go, oh, blah, blah, blah. I think, oh my God. Right, I'm going to be showing you. I've got his permission. I'm going to be showing you a manifestation that comes up next to a bloke, and they sent the picture and I said, "What is this?" And I said, "It's your best mate, or he's like a brother." Everything was right, but I kept seeing him on a motorbike. I thought, "Oh, don't say motorbike, 'cause he's young." He was a Hell's Angel, and I just didn't say it. Even now, after all these years. The reason why you shouldn't be drunk, again, is in this book, is when I nearly got punched in the nightclub. If anybody's read the book and knows about this bit, the bloke who had his dad's funeral that day. And I was very, very drunk and tried to do a reading. It ended up going very, very wrong. One, it's very disrespectful to the spirit world, because you really need to have your abilities, your faculties, and it's such a responsibility to give a reading. Okay, do you mean giving one or receiving one? Mediums say not to drink for a reading. So actually, it's a medium, it's disrespectful. You've got to be totally aware of what you're saying and be responsible for your sitter. If it's the other way round, Again, it's a nightmare. If anybody comes in stinking a drink, I won't have them in a reading because it mars their ability. It can slow down the reaction rate of the energy and the triangle between the spirit person and the sitter and you. It's basically no. You know, and I know a very well-known medium, and he stinks of alcohol every time he goes up. I'm like, what are you doing? It's just a no. It's just an old school. You have to be responsible. You have to be alert. You have to be respectful of the sitter and the spirit communicator and not do it. However, I've had a couple of glasses of wine and my mates have been around. I've gone, oh, your aunt is here, you know, but that's your mate or someone you've known for 30 years, you know. But as a professional, it is an absolute no. I would never do it channeling. I won't even drink. It's like I've seen mediums on YouTube and TikTok and they're sitting there with a glass of wine. I'm like, what are you doing? It's just, if I've got your mum or your dad or your son or your brother coming through and I'm sitting there half pissed, it's no. So it does blur the connection. I think it's very disrespectful unless you're amongst friends, because then it's great. Inhibitions. I'm just saying that unofficially. But it doesn't mix well. Have it afterwards. And I tell you now, I always have a buzz. All mediums will tell you this, the buzz of connecting with you and having that energy around you. They will normally have a glass of wine after. The amount of mediums I know that will do 2 bottles of wine and go for something to eat to ground themselves and try and get down from that high. So afterwards, it's fine. Just before and during, no, I don't agree with it. And as I say, I've seen mediums drinking alcohol while they're doing readings for people, and I think, nah, that's not my cup of tea, I'm afraid. It's not my cup of gin either. Hey, Paula. Hello, darling. Paula, you've been creating a bleeding nightmare for me, you have. This bloody payment. Are you joking? What layout would you suggest to read it for myself? I've got your cards, but it's all new to me. Just starting to learn tarot. Oh, brilliant question. It's a 10-hour tarot course, though, isn't it? That I actually teach you what spreads to do. I would do a very mini gypsy reading if you're just starting out, okay? You can by all means Google it and put Celtic spread. But if you're just starting out, if it was angel cards, I'd say I always do 3 angel cards, like past, what's going on recently, what's happening, and what's going to come. Okay, so it depends on how much you can take on board. Luckily, with the QR Tarot, all you've got to do is put the smartphone, got me up. All you've got to do is put your smartphone on that bit, and I will give you the upright definition. My friend Vicky gives you the reversed definition, okay? So before you use your cards, Paula, make sure they're all the right way up and not upside down. So when they come out reverse, which means upside down or inverted, it means they've created it. Don't ask me how they do it, but they do. Okay, what I would do is I would do 5 in a row, and this is for everybody else. It might be too much. If you just want 3 in a row, right, then this will be like past, what's going on at the moment, advice for the future, okay? But what I would do is 5. So this will be your past cards, okay? This, in a 5, I put this as what's subconsciously affecting me right now, what's around me, what's going on, okay? This one, I would look at the present. Look at that, juggling material stuff. How bloody right is that? Right? So that's where I am at the moment. And if this makes sense for you, this card, then you know you've definitely got them in your frequency. You're literally correlating with those cards, okay? Because you think, yeah, I totally get that. I've never done a card spread, it doesn't make sense. And then the next one is what's coming up for the near future. Oh God, I hope that's right. Look at all that money. Abundance, home, security, love. Okay, so that's what's coming up. And then this will be the big outcome of the question you've asked. So always be mindful to ask a question, okay? So I'm just randomly throw them out. Actually direct the cards as to what you want an answer to. So will I get this job? How am I going to get from A to B? What advice? Sometimes I just say, what advice have you got to me? That's normally for angel cards. And then that's how I'll do that. Okay. And then the more confident you get, just add some more cards to it. Sometimes I literally just shuffle and go, okay, what's happening with this? Bang. Okay. Right. What's happening with the, and I literally ask as I go and then just slam one down. Okay. Then once you're starting to get used to the cards, and the beauty with the QR tarot cards is that because you've got the definitions on video, it tends to sink in more rather than make notes. I used to make notes and notes and notes. And again, I remember a lot of them for what my granddad told me. So sometimes I look at a card, I remember my granddad giving the definition, which was great. And then you'll start knowing the cards without even having to scan them on your phone, right? And you'll know what that means. And it's a very slow process of you falling in love and embracing the tarot. And that sounds really weird saying that, but oh my God, there's not a day go by that I don't do readings. So once you've, like, I would start with 3, to be honest with you, Paula. Then what I'll do then, I said I'd add 2 more, okay? And then sometimes your intuition will take over. You know, you've just got to add another card or ask a question. And then perhaps what I'll do is I'll get an overhead camera. I've promised this for ages. I'm sure that gets higher, this thing here. And I'll do an overhead camera and I'll show you the spreads. Okay, that's a promise. Let me just write that. Just let me move the lamp I've just nicked. I will put that as a note. Overhead spreads, okay? Because if you remember, I did do a poll on this for you guys and said, do you want to see me? Do you want to see the cards? How do you want it? And everybody said, no, we want to see you doing the cards. And so I went with my majority, but I will specifically do a video showing different card spreads. I've just started incorporating Archangel Michael, if you saw that one. How good were those cards? And so I will do that for you, okay? And I'll show you them, Paula, if that makes sense for you. Is that all right? So I'll do some videos, but start with 3, then go to 5, and then see what your intuition does. If you want to have a look, just Google it and put spreads for tarot. Or if you want to do the 10-hour tarot course, we show you the whole lot on there via video tutorials. Okay. Hi, Pamela, darling. Beautiful face. Oh, making decisions at the moment. You are, darling. Oh, that's why. Libra, you're always weighing up possibilities, always looking at, oh, okay, that makes sense. How can I tell if mental comments or answers come from my higher self? Oh my God, tell me about it. I'm a Libra and always like a squirrel with this. Darling, it is the hardest thing any student and any person developing will ever have. And I just said to you about the Hell's Angel thing. You know, my ego started saying, oh, are you saying that he died on right because he's young? Yeah, perhaps it's because, you know, lots of people die in accidents. And it was like, no, my little monkey, I call it. And you've got a squirrel. They're little buggers, isn't they? So it goes down to listening to your intuition. And it's really, really difficult. So this is a way to do it. What I used to do to try and grow my intuition, I used to think of something that I know is a really good decision or really good thing that I like, right? So, and then I would think of someone that let me down or was negative, right? So what I would do is I'd think, because your mind is the most powerful, as Juliana says, it's the most powerful part of your ego structure, right? It rules everything if you let it. And it will shut up your soul, shut up your higher voice, your intuition, and it will tell it to go do one. And it will just shine free, right? So look, so what I used to do is I used to sit and think of something that I absolutely adore. And normally it's scuba diving. So I'll take myself to a dive and I'll learn to see how my solar plexus feels, how my body feels, how my arms are, how my heart is. And I would kind of gauge how it feels, think of something that I absolutely adore, right? And then I would face something quite vitriolic. Sometimes I use my thing, my mum married the abuser. Or other times I would think of a person that's really upset me or hurt me. And then I would look at how my body suddenly changes. Is the breath rate changed? Do I feel anything in my stomach? How do I feel within? And I used to spend, it's bloody hard, right? Because I used to, especially when I was on television, right? Because when I did Angels and TV programs like that and Street Seer, right? I literally didn't have time to link up or do all the kumbaya. They're like, right, there's a person do a reading, bang, and it was on camera. I'm like, shitting hell. I had to do live ones with Melinda Messenger to the nation, right? So I'm like, I haven't got time. So sometimes it is better when you haven't got time, because you just got to go for it. And if it's wrong, it's wrong. Who cares, right? But I could feel that everything I'm saying is right. And you'll get to a stage where you get so strong with what you're communicating, you absolutely know 100% it's right. So if any of you've seen me work in theatres or shows or on the telly or whatever, right, I'll say to you, and I know that Anthony's connected with you. And they go, no, I'm telling you now, Anthony's connected with you. And I go, oh, yeah, that's my brother's partner or whatever, right? And so you start feeling it and you know it, right? Now, listen to this. If someone says to you, oh, we must meet for lunch, you think, I'll bleed later, right? And you go, oh, yeah, I'd love to do that. And you're saying it, but your inside is saying, you're lying cow, right? That's ain't right. Or, yeah, I'd love to do that. You think, I'd rather poke my eye hole out, right? That feeling is when it's not right. Okay, that is when it's you implementing that thought process. So what you do is if you're seeing it and you don't feel it's right, the more you meditate and the more you connect with your guides, the more you'll start learning how they communicate with you. All right. Meditation is key, I'm telling you, right? Even walking on the beach, that's my meditation. That's my main meditation, is walking on the beach with them, right? Either shouting and moaning telling them I've only got £2, right? So what you do is you feel it. And then if you think, oh God, is that my thought or not? Right, it's so hard. It is the hardest thing. Of all the students I've taught, it's the hardest thing. Right, I think, hang on a minute, if I thought that, or is it actually there? And then you send it back out and say, is that my thought? And straight away, you'll know. You've got to take time and practice with yourself. And then if you practice on other people, for instance, if you get to that stage where you're getting information from other people, right, then rather than go, oh, I don't know if I should say it, just say it. And then when they go, yes, you think, I knew she was going to say yes. It's the same as just natural intuition. When someone said something, you say, I knew they were going to say that. And it's the same with you. So that's the way I do it, is I think of ways of how my body reacts to thought processes and what's been brought for the divine. The other thing is as well, is this is what I do. This is, look at my video, Growers Hall, if you can find it, right? So I'm up with my dad and I'm walking, holding my dad's hand, and I adore him. He created the biggest catalyst of hell and completely smashed our family to pieces when I was 9, when he died in the road accident, right? And I adore him. He's been with me so prolifically through the years as my guardian angel. It is incredible, right? So anyway, and this is a great story for you, Tina, right? Oh, sorry, no, it's not Tina, it's the person before. Sorry, darling, right? And basically what happened was, Pamela, sorry, Pam, is that what happened was that he... Basically, I was walking, I said, this is all well and good, Dad, but I don't know if I'm dreaming this or I'm just making it up, because I so desperately want to be with you sometimes, because I'm finding it really hard at the moment, right? And he said, okay, hang on a minute. And this is what they can do for you, Pam, and all of you. He went, hang on a minute, go, excuse me, mate. Right, so we're walking along this road with all these people, and it was like a dream state, but I kind of knew I was doing it, a lucid dream. He goes, excuse me, mate. He goes, come here. He goes, my daughter don't think we're really here. He goes, she doesn't think she's up in heaven. So we're walking in Hastings, along Hastings Beach, right? And I'm like, he goes, oh, yeah, sure. It's big, tall, really gorgeous guy. It's American, right? So he goes, can you just give her something to tell her to look up so she knows this is real? Because she don't believe it. She thinks it's in her head, right? So he goes, I am a musician and I'm in a photograph in the corridor at Growers Hall in America. He said, just Google it and you'll see me. Now, Growers Hall is not exactly Station Road, is it? That's not a name of a village or a place. No, it's not, right? So I'm like, okay then, and bugging me, I came out, woke up, whatever it was, and I Googled Growers Hall, and it was a musician hall in America. No doubt most probably Rod's looking it up now. Growers Hall, and it's the name of a place as well, the name of the town. And when you go in there, they've got like images of people, of musicians and bands that used to play there, and the bloody bloke is standing in one of the bands that I've just seen up in heaven. Amen to that, right? So I'm telling you now, If you're doubting it, send it. I'm really having problems. Can you prove that that was from you or me? And they'll be more than happy to try and provide synchronicity to back up that it came from them. Okay. So I sometimes say, oh, bugger, sorry, I don't know if that was my thought or not. Can you just send me a sign to back up that's right? And they do. Look at with Mia when she passed. And I said, is that definitely you? Are you definitely with Nana? And then my nan's name's Eva. And then a car goes past with Eva written on it. Okay, so if you're doubting it, we all do. We're all human. Don't forget, we've got this stupid ego structure around our beautiful, clean, pure soul. Just get it backed up. Ask them to back it up, and they will. And the more that you ask them, it'll automatically happen. They'll go, she's going to ask to back it up, for Christ's sake. And they'll do it anyway. They will show you the synchronicity, and it will make you laugh how incredibly clever they really are. That Growers Hall is incredible. Have you found it, Rod?
I couldn't find it. It's eluding
Growers
me.
Hall. I found it, and there's a video on my channel under the playlist Growers Hall Market, and is it Growers Hall Market, and it's a
Is it
town.
spelled Growers, like growers?
Yeah, Growers Hall Market. Try that. It's on video anyway, and I've actually put up the images on the video. So I hope that helps, Pam. Tina, what was yours, darling?
Oh, hang on, we get to Tina. There we go.
Hi, Nicky. Does spirit connection feel like a lightheadedness? And when gets closer, thicker energy? Yes, absolutely, bloody right. When you feel spirit connection, you can get heart palpitations. You can sometimes feel like there's a cobweb feeling around you, and that's as ectoplasmic energy. You can, your throat can sometimes get tight. Mine is now. I know there's people around me. I always you'll see me do this a lot on my videos because they actually like connecting with my crown chakra, connection to the divine. Sometimes I'll do this. I used to do this a lot. Don't ask me why. I used to do this a lot on shows or this. And I think I was actually inadvertently saying, can I smell something from you? Can I hear you? And when I've watched myself on television or, someone's recorded a show I've done, I'm doing this, right? So they can bring that energy to you. And I notice sometimes I do this. My dad used to do that because he had a goatee beard. So then when I look back at some of my videos, I think, oh my God, my dad was there. So at the moment, it's like children. I don't know if there's a child around me, but the bottom part of my thighs feel like I've got lemonade bubbling over them. It's like a tingling cold feeling, and that's child energy. So I have got a child running around here. So I don't know if it's connected with that lady we spoke to earlier, but it's definitely a boy running around. And you'll get used to it. The same with smells. I can smell my mum's cigarettes. I can smell my nan's perfume. I can smell my dad's old oily jeans that he used to wear, which with the furniture all along, because he was an upholsterer. So they will bring stuff to you. But for general spirit people, it's going to be tickles up the back of your head, heart palpitations, breathlessness, sometimes a tight throat, and your top divine chakras being buzzed. But again, they can create other things that you'll know, like cold spots, hot spots. So the more you connect with spirit energy, the more you'll recognize who they are and their presence. Okay. And also light flickers, candle lights can go up really high and tip thin. That's another sign they're about. So mine will go up. We're not burning anything at the moment because of Teddy. But yeah, the candle flames will go up. And things like Alexa will go off and all that kind of stuff. And I just think, yeah, they're here, definitely. So they're good signs that you know that spirit around you, sweetheart. But you can be very lightheaded. And if you say, are you here? And they come into you, it's like an adrenaline hit. That's why we get so buzzy, mediums do. And that's why we normally end up drinking wine and God knows what afterwards to have that come down, because the euphoric energy of spirit is so incredible. It's like an adrenaline hit. That's why I tend to talk a lot faster when I'm talking to you and doing podcast interviews, because they're like, whoa, 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 they're racing through me. And it can make you feel very lightheaded, but obviously check it isn't a medical issue if it's happening all the time, but generally you'll suddenly feel it as they come into the ether. It's just a brilliant feeling. And sometimes if you say something to someone and it's such incredible evidence, if you're given a reading, the spirit person's there, they flow through you to say yes. And it's like a sneeze 1,000-fold. It is the most incredible feeling you'll ever have. And remember, we will feel like that all the time when we're up there. So I hope that helps, darling. Lisa. Lisa. Yes, I am going to be at the GSIC conference at Denver, Colorado. So it means I'm going to have a massive rest before, massive rest after, but I am so excited. I'm going to be back with those absolute gods and goddesses of truth of the planet. And I'm going to be changing what I do this time. I've already been told what I'm going to be doing, and it's going to be really, really powerful. So yes, I will be there. Are you going to be there, darling? Lisa, are you going there? Oh my God, look at that puppy. Yes, so I will be going to the GSIC conference. It's the 20th to 22nd of September. There will be an advert and a link put on my new website. And you can see all the details there. But I'm going to be changing it up a bit. I'm going to be changing it up. I cannot wait. I've never been to Colorado before. So excited. Hello, Karen, my gorgeous darling. Do you have any info on starseeds? Is there a link with Rh negative blood? Did you ask me this last couple of days, darling? Did you ask me this a couple of days ago? Because that is really weird if not, because I had this exact same question. I don't know. It's most probably. Oh, here we go. He's woken up from his cannabis sleep. I have no clue if there is a link with Rh negative blood. That is a sort of question that should go to someone like Tony Rodriguez or Elena Danan, Dr. Michael Scala. If you follow them, that is definitely a question for them. I can't profess to answer things I don't know, only what's been brought to me. I've only been recently reconnected with Atlantean energy and starseed energy because I thought that was going to be someone else's bag. But the GSIC, which rolls beautifully onto this. Hello, my little boy. Rolls beautifully into this. I'm starting to be open with galactic energies and starseed energy. Starseeds have the biggest problem settling on this planet. They are the ones that feel the most homesick. They are obviously, most of them, weirdly enough, are very slim and very tall, very willowy. That's their natural physical attribute I noticed over the years. They are totally connected with the moon and celestial events that take. They have the biggest problem with being homesick. As soon as someone says to me, I feel homesick, I don't feel I've got my own soul, I don't feel right. And I'm like, bang, you're a starseed. Starseeds also, because they've come from different galaxies, respect their planet, their animals, and the consciousness and the intelligence around them a lot more. They can't get on with people here as much because they're like, well, you're not respecting your planet. They are so more advanced and respectful of each other on the galactic frequencies. Yes, I know we've got the bad ones or the bad greys, aren't there? Reptilians and the other people, which I'm slowly starting to find out about through channeling. But the good ones, they are closer to what it's like being in heaven. They're telekinetic. They are very respectful. They're very namaste. They're beautiful light creatures that are there for the greater good. And they love nothing better than to nurture their race and where they live, which is completely alien to us. Pardon the pun. So what happens is that when you've lived a life down there, can you come and shut the door, Darren, a minute? Because I can, do you want, I don't know if you want to give him some cannabis. Sorry about this, darling. So what happens is that when you've been in that kind of environment, which is namaste, and then you've chosen to then have, I don't want to get too deep into this, there's some people, but if you're a starseed, you totally get this, right? And then when you come down here and you think, whoa, there's this war, nobody connects with each other, there's competition, there's ego, there's hate, there's tyranny, there's secrecy, there's betrayal. And it's like, oh, I don't like this very much. And starseeds tend to be very, very introvert when it comes to being with people. All right. It's only the ones that are older souls that are used to different planetary existences are the ones that are there, like Elena Danan and, Alex Collier, people like that. They've been there and done it, and they've done loads of other incarnations that are happy and vibrant to bring it out and own it. But starseeds can be very, very, they can feel really like they're the odd one out, even more so than empaths and light workers and earth angels. They feel, I don't belong here. I don't know what I'm doing here. There's a feeling of, I missed something so terribly, but I don't know what it is. I'm missing out on something, but I don't know what it is. And there's a lot of stuff that goes on with starseeds. They need to find their tribe. I'm partially can help that. But as I say, people like Elena Danan and people that are literally channeling live galactic and starseed energy are the ones that you need to join as well. And then you start meeting. I couldn't believe, and if anybody that's been to the GSIC conference here with us tonight, couldn't believe the sense of unity and the celebration of everybody being at one. I've never seen it. Was palpable because people felt lost, and then suddenly everybody was saying, "I see you," and it was like, "Oh my God," do you know what I mean? Because it's one of my favorite things, Avatar, and I started saying, "I'm like, oh my God, I see you now." You know, and you can see these star seeds that are just felt so lost find home and their family. So I say, find your tribe. I will do everything I can to make you feel comfortable and help you to connect with your higher self. There's someone like Elena Danan and people like that, and you'll see who follows her and who she mentions. Danny Henderson. They're all people that get it, been there, know it, and talk with ETs all the time. You know, and it's a big thing to get your head around. But when you're a starseed, you know exactly what I'm talking about. You are looking for people. It's like when you're on holiday, you're looking for another English person. Oh, hello. And even if you wouldn't even talk to them at home, you're friends with them and have a beer with them. It's exactly the same with starseeds. Once they find another one, it's like, oh my God, you're here as well. What did we even think of coming down here? We're so far behind with telekinesis and acknowledging crystal energy, acknowledging the power of our souls. We're so far behind that this is why the frill technology is coming in that's been provided recently from Andromeda, I think, in Atlanta, is because they're saying, Christ, you need a bit of an upgrade because we're going through this crisis. We're trying to help you. They're out there trying to suck all the missiles out from all of this stuff that's going on in the Palestinian-Israel conflict, Ukraine. They're trying to really help us, but they can't show themselves yet because it will just create military mayhem. The military do not want us to know that they are here helping us. They are in hybrid energies, starseeds on the planet. They don't want to know because they'll lose control then, because they'll show us the freedom of what we can get from our own planet. And, you know, it's interesting when you see things like Star Trek. I'm going to be a bit geeky now, and Star Wars and things like that. You know, they've all got their well, we're going to go to this planet because they've got uranium or whatever, and we need loads of that. And that's really what it's like. We've got an abundance of crystal energy and stuff that can really help us here. And that's going to get bigger. Trust me, I'm telling you now, I know it is. And it all started with me suddenly getting the 5 to 8 frequency fault for Teddy. And then his tumor has stopped in his tracks. And now I've got to work on his throat. But it's just, I just feel enlightened. And suddenly crystals mean so much more to me. And then when Juliana's said, you know, I'm connecting with starseeds now for you. You've awoken your Atlantean side. The Schumann resonance is now working and reactivating crystals so they can work stronger for you. I'm like, oh my God, just couldn't believe it. So I hope that answers your question. Sorry, I really went on then, but I'm really passionate about this next part of my rebirth. My dad predicted. So yeah, find your tribes. No starseeds, no seeds, starseed. Mary.
This is the last. Sorry, Nikki. This is the last question. Sorry, folks. We're going to run out of time pretty soon, and we've got to make sure that Nikki doesn't completely wear herself out, so she can't do anything for the next week.
Oh, I love you, Rod. Thank you. How quick has that gone? I'm so sorry, guys.
Yeah.
If I swear to you as well, can I just make this clear? Right, I so appreciate you being in this member thing, because I really didn't want to do it. And Rod said, come on, you know, do it. If I could do this once, twice, 3 times a week, I absolutely promise you I would. But it's my bloody energy. So please don't think it's just you've just got 2 nights of me. I would do so much more for you if I could. I really do promise you that. I just want to quickly, I was in healthcare, people coming with strokes. I want to help them to heal outside of my usual parameters of intervention. Yeah, sound, spirit, energy. Do it. Snug tab flow. I love that because sound frequency has now been incorporated into hospitals. The NHS are using it now. So, you know, they are slowly accepting it, but they will never accept the sound frequencies have been bought from galactic layers, the same as the frill crystal that go in the med beds. It'll be, oh, we found this out. No, you haven't. They've decided to give us a little gift to help us along our way. Okay, hello, Mary, gorgeous girl. What are all those beautiful names? Mary Monty. That sounds like I should be doing like Mary Monty. You sound like an author, you know, Mary Monty. Anyway, how was I so blessed to be my special needs son's? Oh my God. He's 34, non-verbal, and hope I'm doing the best for him. I wish I knew what he was thinking, his beautiful mind. Oh my God, Mary, you're so lucky. Now, people that have got children that are either ADHD, autistic, non-verbal, special needs, whatever they are, obviously, I'm not taken away from the fact that mentally, materially, and on a human level, it is the most difficult, most emotional, most traumatic journey to go through. So I'm not taking that away from you, but let's look at the spiritual side of it, because this is what it's all about at the end of the day. Okay, you're not taking that lamp.
Sold.
No,
Sold.
someone just bought it.
Somebody on here.
No, who bought it? Someone on here has just bought it. You sneakers.
It's not yours anymore.
Who bought it? Oh my God. Please, I want, look, can you please, on a serious note though, Darren, can I keep a white citrine one? That will benefit us both.
Both.
We've both got fibro. Yes. You sneaker. Who bought it? Okay. So, as a special needs mama, it's exactly the same thing, my gorgeous Mary, right? As I said earlier, when I had a little project, I gave myself a project. That sounds the wrong word, right? Basically, again, this is in the book. I remember going to this beautiful home with the most beautiful, beautiful people in London, right? And I kept talking about this other girl in the house. And I'm like, this is really weird because she's not past, she's not here, totally present. But hang on a minute, darling, I can't hear very well. God, Darren, it's such a pain. We need a bloody another office. For God's sake, can you just manifest it? So basically, I kept talking about this other girl. And in the end, I went, there is someone else in this house, but she's not in spirit. And they went, oh my God, we're so sorry. That's our other daughter. Now, she was completely non-verbal. God bless her, beautiful soul. She needed food tubes. It was so horrific and harrowing to see. She literally just laid there. And some part of me, human part of me, is like, what is that all about? What the hell is that all about? Okay. But then we have to try and go past that and go into the bigger picture. And she looked at me, and suddenly I heard Kelly tell him not to give me that rubbish drink that started giving me. Because I asked very respectfully if I could go into the room to see her. And then, yeah, but she's non-verbal, don't go to her. She can be quite silent. I went, that's okay. And they were like, she's really calm. And I said, have you changed her drink recently? And it was a strawberry drink or something. They said, yeah, we thought she'd like it, hates it. So that's why she's spitting it out. That's why she's not having it. So they're like, oh, right. And so I said, and you've changed the quilt. She loves the yellow one. Where's that gone? Her favourite colour is yellow. They went, oh, my God. So I started communicating. So I made it one of my personal goals to reach and go around to as many houses as I could, completely free, and go around to autistic, non-verbal children and special needs children and sit with them, have fun with them, and then tell their parents what they were trying to say. And it was so beautiful. And they're so full of life and love and happiness. They don't care about what's trending. They don't care what's cool to put on TikTok. They don't care what phone they've got. They are in their absolute own bliss. Yes, their physical body may need whatever it needs, but the actual soul is in complete joy because they're the same as dementia and coma patients and everybody else. Most of the time, their energy is up in the spirit world, right? So sometimes you'll get connections with them where you just think they're not even looking at me. They're glassing over. They're not even connecting with me. Or they could go into a tantrum. It's because they're up there like, oh, better pop that back down again because mum's going to lose the plot, right? They are in absolute bliss. They adore water. So the times I've been around, people say water is the source of spirit. It is the source of emotion. They adore water. They've also, most of the ones that I've gone to visit, love deep blue. Don't ask me why. I don't know if it's the colour of the sky. Archangel Michael, I don't know, but they love deep blue. Dream catchers are really good because I'd focus their energy at night to say that is magic, that will help you sleep. Amethyst is superb stone for special needs and autistic children. Sound sensory, they love sound vibrations and hearing different vibrations. Basically, anything you can create that you think is ethereal, they will love. Sound, color, light, because it reminds them of the spirit world, just like water does. Okay. That's why they're obsessed with water. They want their hands on the taps. They want to be in it. They want to be around it. Some don't. That's one-offs, but most of them, that's why they connect really well with animals, because they're the same energy as an animal. An animal is pure love, no ego, no goals. They're just here to love and be loved and bring massive comfort to us on our human experience. Okay. So that is why they connect so well with animals, because they see them. Hello, you're the same as me. Yep, I don't want to know with humans. I don't even want to interact. I just want to be full of love, and I want to love my human. That's all I want to do. I'm not interested about the rest of the world, the politics, all the crap that goes on. And they go, that's funny, neither do I. So that's why you get these certain energies of these beautiful children connected with animals. And I've also been told during that time, I spent all that time prolifically visiting these beautiful children, and someone's connecting with my chakra here, is that they'd also, when they're communicating, connecting, sorry about that, guys, it's because he's getting a bit, I want mummy. But basically, when they're looking at me, their eyes see me, and I say, I see you, I know who you are, I know what you're doing. And they go, yeah, I know. And they're almost laughing. Now, physically, they could be doing nothing, but you can just hear and see their souls and know that they are completely happy. So this is what I do with like Teddy. If we're going to the vets and I go, don't worry, darling, just go have a look at it, not going to have any injections, and I tell his soul, right? And I don't know if you saw me do the sound frequency thing with him. I told his soul, this is what I'm doing with the sound frequency. So talk to your son's soul. Anybody that is nonverbal, talk to their soul. Show me what you would like to do. Show me what you're happy with, what you're not with. Make me feel it. Get your guide to tell my guide to make me feel that this isn't right for you and you don't like it. Okay. And just try and feel them rather than speak with them or try and get them to do that sort of thing, because they are magnificent. And when I was going through this prolific visiting of all of them, Juliana said to me, these souls, we've brought them down. One, because a lot of them don't want to do a human incarnation again, but also we're trying to show people unconditional love. Because I don't know about you, like Down syndrome children, adults, they're the most loving, tactile, beautiful, innocent, most wonderful human beings on the planet. They see nothing but happiness, love, light, and positivity. And they're here as well. They choose this experience to show humans this is what it should be about. It should be about unconditional love, hugging and loving the person without greed, jealousy, hate, whatever. Look at them. And obviously, as I say, some of them do go through what we feel is physical suffering. I totally understand that. But their soul is at peace. I absolutely assure you. And do you know when it went a bit wrong? I was on the beach the other day, and there's this girl I keep seeing, and I'm like, shut up, Nick, don't do it. And a few days ago, I think I said this on a video, I thought, oh, sod it, I'm going to do it. So I went up to her, I went, hello. So I said, how are you doing? So I said, are you happy to be here or not? And she's really severely disabled. And the mum was very open to it, and the dad wasn't having it at all. And I didn't say who I was to begin with. I said, sorry. I said, I just like to say hello to everybody. He's looking at me like a piece of crap. And in the end, I just gave up and I thought, I can't reach these people, because I really wanted to sit down and say, I can feel what she wants and what she doesn't want. I can feel what she likes. But I did say to them, just very quickly, I said, I know this is a bit weird, but just intuitively, I didn't say everything. I said, does she get very sick or get bloated stomach when she has milk or cheese? And they went, yeah. And so I said, she's really doesn't do well with dairy. I said, you've really got to stop giving her dairy. And I said, look, you can take it or leave it. Just take me as the weird stranger that's told you this, but you're really making her poorly giving her dairy. And so he goes, I thought she would just spit. And he's saying, I just thought she was spitting the milk out because she's been difficult. I went, she's telling you because she knows more than you do, it's not doing her body good. So I said, take it or leave it, do what you want to do. And then the last time I saw her a few days ago, they just completely ignored me. So I'm like, whatever. Shame, because I could have really helped them. So you, Mama, Mary, are a very lucky lady because you've got what I call star child, indigo child, crystal child. They are brought here to show us humility and love. And despite what they go through physically, they're still there trying to love and bring that unconditional beauty to everybody that wants to embrace it. So celebrate them. And, you know, some people, oh, yeah, he's really disabled. I'm like, don't be upset. Be happy because they don't care about what's going on. They don't care that they haven't got night trainers on. You know, I know I keep saying night trainers, but, you know, they don't care about ego or materialism. They're pure souls encased in a body that's just not working. And they've chosen that, and you have in your soul contract. And yes, it's hard. But when it gets really, really difficult, just go beyond that and try and see them well physically and just imagine talking to them completely normally like you will do when you're back in heaven. Just try that for me. But just say, tell your guide to tell my guide, what do you want? I do it all the time. That's how I know what Teddy wants. I don't even have to look at any symptoms. I know exactly what he needs and what he wants when he's having it. Just know it straight away. So I don't want to equate animals to children with severe disabilities. However, what I will say is their soul is like this. That is why they love animals and connect with them and come alive with them, because it's I see you. We're both non-verbal, but we're both here full of pure love and nothing else. So that's how that works. Oh, I'd love it if you come up to see Joshua. Whereabouts are you, Mary?
I just want to say that thank you to Sharon Gray.
Come and say it.
Yeah, thank you, Sharon, for retrieving.
Sharon, you splitter. Have you nicked my lamp? Please tell me you've got another white citrine one.
Maybe.
Sharon, you've made a very, very good decision.
It's got a hand as well. Hand's a hand.
Oh my!
And it got a plate.
You are joking me. The selenite as well.
Yeah.
That hand's a hand. This one.
Amazing choices.
My God, your house is going to be full of power and zest.
What's that?
No, nothing. Carry on because we've got to get some dinner in a minute.
We're going to finish up, Nicky. Any last words before we?
Sorry, I was too
finish for the
busy whispering to my beautiful tribe about things I've nicked. I just want to say to you all, as I said earlier, to see now I'm on this high, and Rod is like, you know, so absolutely magnificent. He's my like gatekeeper of communication, because if it was me, I would be going on till midnight. I will try and give you everything I can. I always do. If I start improving, by all means, we can do 3 nights a month. But I just want to say personally, thank you for your support. Please, you know, you can ask questions in the comments below my videos, or just save them up for when I see you next. I don't think we've actually ascertained a date yet for the next one, because obviously I'm going to be going over to Spain, so we may be going. I'll work that out with Rod, whether I do it before I go or after. And it's going to be fun. You're going to see me sitting there like, hello, like Rod's in a t-shirt. So hot in here.
Can't wait.
But I just want to say thank you. I'm sorry if I didn't get all to you. Thank you, Katie. Thank you, Mary. Thank you all for being here tonight. I'm sorry if I didn't get through to all of you. But again, time just takes it away. And I do talk for England. I am sorry. But I really hope you feel that everything I say is valid. If you want me to shorten the answers to get round to you more, please let me know. Because it's your time. It's your session. So let me know what you want out of it. And I promise you, I will do, Paula, and for all of you, the overhead for the readings. Thank you, Aman, for offering to help out. Sarah Sunshine. Oh my God, I cannot believe how lucky I am. Anne, God bless you. Big kiss for Teddy. Thank you, Anne. I just want to say hello, Carol. Love you too, Carol, darling. Carol's been here forever. I love her. I just want to say, without you, I wouldn't have a thing. I wouldn't have the motivation to come here and do what I do. So God bless you all. May the angels bless you every day. Please, please keep your heart open and stay connected. Even if you think, I don't know what I'm doing here, talk to it. It's someone in the spirit world, whether it's to the angels, even if you don't believe it or you think it's a load of crap, please do it. Because the more you open your energy, believe me, the magic will begin. I can't tell you enough. And you'll start seeing things that people think she's making that up, like I do. I'm still think people think I make it up. When I heard that bump, I've walked in and the wine bottle sitting in the middle of the kitchen from off of the chair. No, it's impossible. So they can create the impossible. So embrace all of the other energies out there because they're here to help us even more so now. So open your hearts, open your minds, and start that communication. So until the next time, we will let you know in the membership post. So I still don't know how to do. There's a thing on there. It says if you want to do a members post, and I'm like, I still don't know how to do it, Rod. So you'll have to tell me. But
I'll show you again.
thank you for being here, guys, and I really hope you've enjoyed the evening as much as me. Sorry about the interruptions, but that's nice, isn't it? I like keeping it real. And thank you, Sharon, for nicking my lamp. I'm not going to forget you for that. And I just want to say good night, God bless, and I can't wait to speak to you again soon. Also, if there's any videos you want me to address, pop them in the comments below any of the other videos. Until the next time, I want to say a huge thank you to you, huge thank you to Rod for taking his time out, even though he didn't have his t-shirt off. That's bad form, but we'll work on that. And I just feel so lucky. And make this year count. Start ordering what you deserve, because I did it mid-year and look where it's got us. Look how far the subscribers have shot up, and look who's now surrounded in my life, including you. Couldn't be any luckier if I tried. It's not luck. I felt I deserved it, and it worked this time around. So you stop doing that as well. Until the next time, I love you all, and I can't thank you enough for being here. Take care, my darlings, and thank you so much, Rod. You gorgeous, wonderful teacher.
You're welcome. And I know there's a lot of people have said hi to me personally, and I'm sorry I haven't answered everyone. I just want to leave the stage for Nicky as much as possible. So Katie, Mary, Sarah, Shret, Anne, thank you very much, and good night. See you guys later.
Bye, BZ. Love you too. And Jackie.